Categorized as a time-based effect, reverb is arguably one of the most commonly used mixing effects. Prior to digital trends, a reverb would be recorded in a physical room popularly referred to as echo chamber. A microphone or microphones would be used to record the natural echo that will come about after a signal is fed into the room's open space. With time, technology slowly revolutionized reverbs, leading to the development of synthetic kinds such as plate and springs. Plate and spring reverbs were among the first kinds of reverb, dating back to the early 1950s. The plate reverb involves sound engineers vibrating a 4x8-inch metal plate with audio signals, while contact microphones strategically positioned on the plate were used to record the combined vibrations. Mixers would be able to generate accurate simulations of echo chambers in this manner. Then there was the spring reverb, which was a typical component of guitar amplifiers in the 1960s. Audio signals from a transducer would be routed via a metal coiled spring, with the resulting vibration and dispersed signal producing the desired effect. Well, that seems like a whole lot of work. Creating reverb effects is much more easier today thanks to advancement in technology. Rather than having an entire room for just a reverb and spending a lot of money on microphones and preamps in order to perfectly capture a reverb effect, you can create that same effect with virtual softwares that cost a little fraction of what an entire reverb setup used to cost. These virtual softwares, also known as plugins, have made life a lot easier for producers and audio engineers. They can now create any kind of reverb effect with just a click. Truth must be told, not all the plugins sound as good as what engineers used to create with their hardwares, but there are some that are really good sounding. So, in this video, I'll be showing you 10 of the best reverb plugins you'll never regret buying. Before we get into it, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you have not. Lexicon is widely recognized as a digital reverb standard. Because of this, it's worth looking at their reverb plugin, the PCM Native Reverb. Lexicon's reverb includes 7 renowned reverbs and hundreds of expertly produced studio presets, including familiar classics from Lexicon's vast-sounding catalog. The program can be operated in mono, stereo, or a mix of both. There are even inputs and output meters as well as graphical EQ components to help you fine-tune your sound. The UI shows settings for modification and allows you to dig further with an editing matrix. Custom presets can be compared to the original for quicker A/B testing, and they can be saved and imported into another DAW. The major feature of the Waves H Reverb is its customization, and it's a bit more sophisticated for people who want to sit down and put some time into understanding the ins and outs for a lot of power at your fingertips if you can master it. It successfully combines traditional reverb principles with technologically sophisticated fundamentals of digital reverb processing. This allows users to be quite creative when generating their sounds, making this one of the finest reverb plugins for people that need it. It also includes an infinite impulse response, which gives us deep and rich decays that blend nicely with any mix for sharp articulations. FabFilter is well known for producing some of the world's best equalizers, saturators, and compressors. They're also good at creating reverb plugins. The FabFilter Pro R is faithful to real sound and makes dialing in your perfect reverb a piece of cake. Control settings such as distance to determine the apparent reverb distance and brightness to add or remove echo shine are controlled via properly labeled buttons and sliders. All reverb modifications you make are shown in the Visual Spectrum Analyzer, which also includes a FabFilter style equalization to help you shape your reverb properly. The vast majority of reverb plugins are intended to provide clear, realistic plate or room reverbs, prioritizing transparency and authenticity over anything else. Black Hole Reverb appears to desire the polar opposite. This bizarre reverb plugin is intended to provide abstract, spatial reverb effects that would be very difficult to achieve with a normal reverb plugin. Black Hole defies terrestrial physics rules, allowing you to bend and construct virtual worlds that do not exist in the real world. This plugin with a galactic feel can add enormous, fascinating levels of depth and harmonics to any sound that you can think of. The gravity knob on the Black Hole Reverb appears to be the equivalent of decay time, while also altering the reverb algorithm from a normal reverb in one half of its strip to a reverse envelope type in the other. UAD has been at the forefront of audio production and recording for almost 60 years. Major recording artists such as Coldplay, Kendrick Lamar, and Dr. Dre employ many of their hardware and software innovations on a daily basis. The UAD EMT140 emulates the EMT140's classic plate reverberator with 3 distinct reverbs. The EMT140 plugin follows the design of the classics by emulating the EMT140 hardware, which was the only reverb used on Pink Floyd's record, Dark Side of the Moon. With the plugin, you can shape your sound using the EMT140's original settings, such as mechanical damping and system input filters, to give genuine depth and shimmer to all of your recordings. Slate and Liquid Sonics collaborated to create the VerbSuite Classics. This plugin's reverb outputs are surprisingly close to the actual hardware reverb patches, and according to the creators, they performed blind comparisons in which people couldn't tell the difference. The plugin was tested against 8 professional reverbs, including the music industry standard FG480 reverb, the Japanese FG2000 reverb, and the Danish powerhouse FG6000 reverb. The reverb plugin is easy to configure. You can get a straightforward equalizer and reverb controls on its sleek black UI. There, you can adjust the attack, pre-delay, decay, chorus, and reverb width. If you want professional mixing results, the Slate and Liquid Sonics VerbSuite Classics is certainly one of those plugins you should be considering. Tony Visconti is most recognized for his vast majority with David Bowie, T-Rex, and a plethora of other world-famous pop and rock groups. In collaboration with Eventide Plugins, Visconti has created one of the most musically beautiful reverb plugins in T-Verb. Visconti developed a genuine unique way of generating reverbs in the 1970s, using 3 separate microphones in a big hall at Berlin's Hansa Studios, and then changing the distance and gates to produce a rich, expansive, echoing effect. The T-Verb plugin engine is built on this principle, enabling you to physically move the microphone within a simulated hall. As a result, 3 totally separate reverbs with compression and configurable polar patterns on microphone 1 and adjustable gates on microphone 2 and 3 are produced. This degree of sound quality and antique accuracy, however, comes at a cost. T-Verb is one of the most expensive plugins on this list, therefore it might be out of reach for inexperienced producers seeking to dabble in the realm of reverb plugins. However, if you have the money and value sound quality above all else, this plugin is well worth a buy. In the world of producers, Valhalla is known as the king of reverbs and creative effects. This plugin takes you back to the trippy 70s, allowing you to explore the warm interiors of the era with vintage verb. The plugin is inspired by old gears from the 1970s and 1980s. It's the plugin for you if you want sounds with attitude and character. First, choose one of the 18 various reverb algorithms, ranging from rooms to sanctuaries and dirty plates. Then, tint your reverb with the aesthetic that defined that wonderful era. Choose 1970 for a darker, noisier reverb that may include the occasional, unexpected artifact, or choose 1980 for a brighter sound. If you don't want to be so daring, choose the Now mode, which provides a pure reverb signal that has no color. The simple but attractive interface design changes the color of your configured modes from red to blue, as well as current black and gray. It is easy to use and customize. EcoPlate is a replica of the original EcoPlate 1, designed by the Los Angeles-based company, the Department of Sound. It was designed with accuracy, care, and 30 years of industry expertise to provide real, true-to-life sound in a digital reverb plugin. The Department of Sound has modernized and simplified the original analog EcoPlate interface. The EcoPlate plugin is broad, powerful, and elegant. It's a simple software that puts the enormous real EcoPlate into any studio at a low cost, pre-delay with tempo sync, low and high pass filters, and even an analog model that includes EcoPlate's original noise floor, providing a retro atmosphere and an additional color of the actual hardware's noise and hum to your mix. The controls on the EcoPlate plugin are based on the original model, including the iconic lever mechanism, staying true to its heritage. There's also an option where you can tweak the tone, analog noise level, analog saturation, and stereo width. Audio Ease is a company that is serious about audio and psychoacoustics, and it shows that in Altiverb, their flagship reverb plugin that takes realistic acoustic environments to a whole new level. Audio Ease has recorded the acoustics in hundreds of the world's best sounding locations, from ancient cave-ins in Malta to major concert halls such as London's Wembley Stadium. In fact, you can put your sounds in the Mozart Hall in Vienna, the cockpit of a jumbo jet, or even the Sydney Opera House. Altiverb has an algorithm that allows you move sounds around the stage while replicating the reverb from a recording session in a Viennese music hall. With this feature, you can precisely place a whole orchestra on stage, with a large variety of antique reverb gear and plethora of additional features. Talking about this reverb plugin might require an entire video. If you're looking for the finest hall reverb plugin, this is one of the best options available, thanks to the realistic results and highly precise algorithms. Let us know what you think about the plugins mentioned in this video in the comment section. If you think this video has been helpful, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you have not. See you in the next video.